Bruh.
Damn, y'all seen that? Pivot up tilts. But how do you get them so fucking smooth? If you take a look at my goddamn controller, you'll see there's a modification. And it costs fuck the condom mod. This mod literally costs you probably less than $2. So what is this mod?
Nobody cares.
Well, there is a sponge at the top of this here, and if you're pressing against it, it's going to keep you in the tilt region, and then if you press it harder, you're going to get up smash, right? Simple. So the nice part about this mod is, one, it's extremely cheap. It costs probably like $2 tops. But obviously you can make much nicer versions of this mod that look a lot better than just having a piece of sponge, you know, taped to your controller. The ideal mod, actually, to replace the sponge mod is to get, like, you know how they have the little gel pads at the bottom of like mouse pads that, like, you know, they always have like anime girls' titties filled in or some shit.
Oh shit.
Well, you know, back in the day they just had regular bricks of gel at the bottom, and you take that, you cut something similar in shape to this that just wraps along the top of the arc here, and you can cover it up in like a nice, you know, colored cloth or something, and it's just a pad that the stick bumps against, similar to how it sits at the end of a mouse pad. And that's the nice version of the mod. I didn't really have the stuff with me to manufacture that right now. This is the short term. Like, I went in my kitchen, I found a sponge that was brand new, and I got my scissors, I got some dental floss, and I put it all together with some scotch tape, and goddamn it, it works fantastic, and it literally took like less than 15 minutes to do.
Yo,
So,
somebody call Cardano.
how do you do it? Well, first we're going to take our sponge, right? And we're going to take some scissors, and we're going to cut off a piece of it. So we want it to be relatively narrow, but not too narrow, right? The thicker it is, the more strength it has. But this is the vertical right here, and the taller that is, the higher it's going to sit off the controller. So the lower that you have it to the surface of the controller, the less likely that when your hand's flinging around, you're going to end up having your thumb just kind of bump into it here and there, which it's pretty soft. It's a sponge, so it's not like it really matters too much. But if you want to minimize that annoyance, then you can cut it, you know, thinner. So here's my cut. Right, and you know, it's not necessarily the most uniform cut, but no biggie.
Man, shut up, dude.
It's not really gonna matter much. So we're gonna take that, and you can see it's got some thickness to it. This is the depth of the sponge, just the natural depth of it. So like you can tell that it's got some thickness. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some dental floss. We're gonna tie it almost like a piece of candy. Like, you see that? Like, we're going to tie one here and one here, and that's going to allow this little middle region to kind of, you know, bow out a little bit. And so you just take some dental floss or some string or some twine or whatever you got, and wrap it around here real tight, tie a knot, tie another knot, cut it off, take your scissors, snip this part off short. Do it to the other side too, right? So once these are both tied off and cut, then you can actually just place it over the controller. Like, that's literally the mod. You can place it over the controller to where it's overhanging the gate enough to, and you can just test it. Like, you put it down, you tape it in place, and you test just pressing up and A like this, and see if you get up tilt.
Is this video over yet?
And if it seems like you get up tilt very consistently, you know, and not up smash, then you know that, hey, I think my alignment's pretty good. If you're getting jab a lot, maybe it's too low. It's bumping it when you're still in the jab region. So raise it up a little bit. If you're getting up smash decently often, then it's too high. And that's it, guys. Super simple. Just remember, this is a sponge, so technically you want to keep that dry, or else it's going to probably smush a little easier. It's going to provide less tension if it's wet. So hand sweat, I don't know if it's really going to affect it like that. So you can always take the sponge itself, wrap that in like a thin piece of cloth, like silk or something, and then, you know, do your tying with the silk around it, and now you've got something that's, you know, a little bit nicer. But either way, that's the mod. Super cheap, 15 minutes. You can have pivot up tilts, and hope you guys like it, because this time you don't have to drill into your controller like with the condom mod. I'm assuming that's why probably no one wanted to do the condom mod. But this is literally non-permanent modification to your controller. The only risk that you run is wasting a sponge and a little bit of Scotch tape. So hope you guys like it. I'm gonna keep this short, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Peace.